Check it.
Coach Paul Quinn, you're a famous coach all over the world. Why do you cooperate with Eleiko?
Well, in life, you are the average of 5 people you spend most time with. So if you want to improve your life, you have to hang around with people who are superior to you. And Eleiko is world famous for the quality of their products. And they stand by their quality, and they're always trying to improve their quality. And as a strength coach, you want your athletes always also to improve. So you want to associate with people who believe in constant and never-ending progress.
Why do you prefer the Eleiko Barbell?
Well, a basic rule in life, when you buy equipment, you should buy it so it lasts for life. There's a difference between price and cost. Price is what you pay for, but cost is what it's going to end up being in the long run. So if you buy a cheap bar and you only pay, let's say, $200, you'll have to renew it probably every 6 months because they will bend and keep that bend. While you buy an Eleiko barbell, it is actually one of the only companies in the world that will guarantee it for life. So that's very important. Why is it guaranteed for life? It's because of the quality of the Swedish steel and how they actually manufacture it. And then I'll have my assistant show you how important it is. So what he's going to do, he's going to put 1,500 kilos of weight in the middle of the bar, and we'll see what it does to the quality of the steel. Okay, now we've bent it in the middle, but that's when for people to leave the weights on the outside, but you should also make sure that you bend it at the end so we know how great the quality is. So you can see the bar can take a lot of abuse, and that abuse is tested, and every single bar is actually tested before it leaves the factory. So when you do receive your Eleiko barbell with your certificate of quality, you can be sure that the bar will last for life, and lasting for life can last better than that, you know? What we're seeing now is what we call a drop test. And what Eleiko has been doing is that they always, monitor the quality of all the pieces of equipment before they leave the factory. So what they did is they lift the weight multiple times. Obviously, if a human does it, it'll be pretty tiring. And they drop the weight. And what they've done now is that the plate on the left has a new design that it can absorb the shock much better and does not mark the floor or the plate. So it's an advancement in plate design, which will translate into better looks and less abuse to the lifting platform. When you are talking about Eleiko barbells, you have a lot of choices, and the choice of the bar will depend on the goal. If you look in the men's training, you have 2 main bars. You have what we call a powerlifting bar, and then we have a weightlifting bar. They're very different bars because they accomplish different goals. The one I've got right here is a powerlifting bar. Now the powerlifting bar will be used mainly in lifts like deadlifts, squats, bench press, so very slow lift. And the way you can tell the difference is you kick it in the middle. Now, this is good quality steel, the bar will vibrate. But since the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting competition requires fast lifts, the bar has to have more bend. So when I kick it, as you can see, it has more vibration. The reason why it has more vibration is you want a bar that's very elastic. The big advantage of the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting competition is it has a lot of bend. So in movements like the jerk, what it allows you to do is use what we call the bounce of the bar to lift the load. And it's much easier on the joints when you have a bar that is bendable. If the loads are very high, like in squat and deadlift, you need a bar that doesn't bend as well, and it's a bar that will take heavier weights. When you need to have a fast lift, you want the Eleiko barbell for weightlifting. Of course, because of the rules, we also have a women's bar, which is 5 kilos lighter, but also has a smaller diameter to accommodate a woman's small hands. And in this manner, women can train. And you can also use them for the slow lifts. The big advantage is that the women's bar is a lower starting weight. So instead of starting at 20 kilos, she can start at 15 kilos. And because the diameter is smaller, it's easier for her to control the bar. The next choice is a very light bar. It's only 10 kilos, and it's made to handle as much as 100 kilos of load, but that's for people who start, they're very weak. So teenage athletes will do great with that bar. And the last choice we have is what we call the technique bar. The technique bar is an extremely light bar. It only weighs 5 kilos. With the growing epidemic of obesity in childhood, this is a very good bar because kids can start when they're very weak, learn the technique, get stronger, use plates, and when they graduate, they can move on to the other bars we see beforehand.